Yes. Let me share other screens. Print. VS Code. Here. Let me continue. Already shared. Not yet shared. Yes. Yeah. We are in this one in web UI. Yeah. Let me continue. Yes. Here we are in web UI programming. UI here, user interface. Here, UI here it is user interface. To create this user interactive page, we have to learn that list of all topics are here. Here, list of all topics. Yesterday I mentioned what all the list we have, and first two topics introduction we discussed. Here, in this first topic of our course is here HTML 4 and 5. Second topic here CSS 2 and 3. Third topic here JavaScript. Here fourth one here it is jQuery. Here fifth one here Ajax. Here sixth one responsive design. Here responsive design. Then seventh one will be here Bootstrap. Here Bootstrap. Eighth one will be here less and SAS programming. Here ninth one is here project. 10th one is here exam. So like this, I'll continue all my topics. Total duration of my course will be here next 2 months. Okay, 2 months I'll continue on this topics. Here under this UI programming, HTML mainly creates basic skeleton of the web page. CSS gives you alignment of the web page. Here these two we discussed yesterday. Here 6:30 a.m. Demo. Yeah. Here, first of all, what is UI? UI here, it's a user interface. This is also called as front-end programming. This is a front-end programming. Under this, so when you enter any URL in the browser, suppose if you are entering here google.com, you can see that here Google home page for us. So that is what here one front end. So if you enter any URL in the browser, whatever web page you can see, that is our UI page. Here you can find search option for us. So you can find it here, search option for our application like this. Here in this time, so once you click on the search option, you will redirect to one server. So your front-end page will connect to server page. This is our front-end programming. This front-end, once you click search option, it will redirect to server. Server connect to database. So this type of interactions you can observe here in every UI programming. This server back to here front-end connected to server, server connected to database. Here this type of interactions you can observe here in every UI program. Here this is what here my server program, and this is what here database. Here databases are here Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, here SQL Server, MongoDB, etc. all comes under server programs. These all comes under server programs. Sorry, databases. Here server programs are here PHP, Java, .NET, Python, all comes under server programs. Who know these all programmings? They called as server-side developers. Who know databases? They called as database developers. Who know this front-end programming part? They called as front-end developer. Present market is looking for this front-end developers who know all these topics. Along with that, any one framework. In Java side, in .NET side, in Python side also, they are looking for framework level developers. Here, JavaScript framework. If they know any framework here, that frameworks are here. Angular or React.js or Node.js or Vue.js. Here, if they know any framework here, then only they called as framework level developers. If you want to be a framework level developer, you have to finish all these topics along with that any one framework. Here, any one framework, if you complete it, then only we called as here front-end developers. Here, 3 team of developers are working for one single application. Here, one is web UI developers. Here, one is web UI developers. Second one here, server-side developers. Server-side developers. Here, third one here, database developers. Here, fourth one here, it is, that's it. 3 team of developers are working for one single application. Okay, here 3 teams are working here. One is front end, one is server, one is database. Here in this front end programming, I'm looking for only, I'm going to explain in this 6 a.m. session. Tomorrow onwards, it will be 6 a.m. session. In this 6 a.m. session, I'm going to continue on all these topics for the next 2 months. I have taken already few students demonstration. They will join with you in the tomorrow session, 6:30. I'll take one merge session. Okay. 6 a.m. July batch. I already created this. This drive I already created for few students. I already created this drive access here. My drive. You can check my drive here. Okay. Here you can find it. My drive option. See here. This is 6:30. 6 a.m. Today it is 6:30. Tomorrow onwards it is 6 a.m. See here. I created these all files for your batch. Here documents, paint files, all I created. Here I already created paint file. Everyday class paint file I'll upload here. See, yesterday one also I uploaded here. This is again demo. I'll rename it as demo. Here at demo. Next, I created here documents. Documents here, all HTML4 documents I uploaded. And programs. See, everyday class programs I'm uploading. I'll upload here in this programs folder. Recordings. Everyday class recordings I'm uploading here in this recordings folder. So this way I'll continue all my topics. Okay, so here you can't see, okay, you can't see my screen. Okay, 1 second. Thank you for information. Here, this is my screen. In this, I uploaded all my recordings, 6 July batch I created. See, in this time, documents, everyday class document I'm uploading here in this doc folder. Paint file, here all paint files I'm uploading here in this paint location. Programs and recordings. See here, recordings, I uploaded all recordings like this. So this way I'm uploading all my class files. All my class files I can able to upload into this drive like this. Okay, here and we can write everyday programs I'm uploading in this. Here, this drive I'll share with you once I get your mail ID. Once you complete your registration, I'll get your mail ID from by that I can share. And yesterday, most of the students are not responded to DurgaSoft organizer's call. So that's why we didn't got any mail IDs. No students are registered. We didn't got any mail ID. So today itself, try to respond. In this chat window, they'll give you their phone number and all details. Here, that phone number, contact them, or if they call you, respond to them. So by that, I can get your mail ID. Today itself, I'll share this drive with you. Everyday class files, everyday class recordings, I'll upload it here in this drive. Next one here, here. Up to now, I explained what is UI and what all other programmings are involving here. Next, I'm going for the next one here. It is here after this UI. Here, I'm going for the next one here. That is first topic. I showed you different websites. If you open http://www.facebook.com, in that facebook.com, if you check here login page, that will be login.php. See, if you check that URL of that Facebook here, you can check it here, Facebook login.php. See, here if I enter Facebook, see here, login.php. So this is one server programming here, that is PHP. PHP we are using like server program. Here now, here I'm using here, this is one server program. Here in this, that front-end programming here, it is UI. It is connecting with the server program PHP. It will connect it with a database here, any one database. So this type of interactions you can observe here in our UI programming. In our UI programming, you can observe here this type of interactions. Always front-end page connected to server, server connected to database. These all interactions you can observe here in our UI program. UI here, user interface, I can submit my data to server pages like this. Here now you can see here, if you enter Oracle create account page, you can see that here Oracle website is interacting with a JSP page. See here, this page after submitting your data, it will redirect to Java location. This is what here JSP Java page. So this URL is here, this front end, our front end programming only, but it is interacting with the server program here, that is Java page. Here is our UI programming. UI is connecting with the Java program. Java will connect to database. This type of interactions you can observe here in every front-end programming. In every front-end programming, you can observe here this type of interactions. So always front-end page connected to server, server connected to database. This type of interactions you can observe here in every front-end program. UI page is connecting to Java page will connect to database. So this is what here totally 3-tier architecture. 3-tier architecture. One second. Yes. Thank you. Here it is 3-tier architecture. Everywhere it is following 3 tiers. So here starting front end, second that server program, database. So for every web page, UI will be common. For every web page, UI will be common. See here, organizer upload in the chat window, they mentioned every information. Their phone number and other all informations they shared here. Today I'll explain each topic brief information. You can't see my print screen. See, you can see my screen. Everything it is shared. You can see, right? Yeah, everything you can see. In the chat window, check it for organizer contact. So respond to their call or otherwise call and confirm your registration if you are interested. Here, now you can see that here, this is one UI page. It is connecting with the server page. Here, server connected to database. This type of interactions you can observe here in every UI program. 1 second. Here is our front-end programming. In this, here you can see here, this is my total web page. Here in this, if you right click inspect element on this, you can find some standard code. You can find some standard code of this one. Here, that standard code here it is. See here. Check the standard code of this one here. Here, this is one div tag. See here. Div tag and form tag. Like this, you can see some code here. But if you check majorly, this is here standard code of any web page will be here. Doc type, HTML, head and body tag. This is the standard code for any HTML page. Here only you can find it here. Doc type, HTML, head and body tag. Doc type here it is document type of HTML. Head tag and body tag you can show you for your application. Here doc type, HTML, head and body tag is the standard code of HTML. Here in this doc type here it is document type of HTML. Head tag, body tag is the standard code. Suppose if you don't write the head tag, see here. You can see complete application. See here, but there is no proper alignment for this. So standard code of UI will be here, doc type, HTML, head and body. That is our starting topic, HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. Here markup means here it is tag-based programming. Tag-based programming. I can give my instruction to the browser in the form of tags. Here these tags are here. Here we have pair tags and pair tag. So first of all, tag is nothing but it's an instruction to browser. We can give our instruction to the browser in the form of tags. Here these tags are here. Two types of tags we have. Here one is pair tag. Here second one is here unpaired tag. So two types of tags we have. One is paired tag, another one is here unpaired tag. Any HTML page, if you check it here, so it will be here doc type, standard code of tags will be here. Doc type, HTML, starting tag, ending tag, and head starting tag, ending tag. Here only you can find the body starting tag, ending tag. Generally, we will show you output like this. Doc type, HTML, head and body tag is the standard code of any HTML page. I'm explaining first topic here. If I don't write head section in a web page, I can't see any alignment. If I don't write the body section here, I can't show you any output for this. See blank page. So here standard code of any HTML will be like this. This is completely tag-based programming. The tags we will follow in HTML. I want to talk in one language. That language instructions I have to learn. I can't use other language instructions in a particular language. So that's why here also we are using here, whatever language you are learning here, that language instructions only you can use it for our application. Okay. Here doc type, HTML, head and body is the standard. Next one here it is CSS. CSS here it is cascading style sheet. Here cascading style sheet. It is mainly for style part of web page. Style part of the web page, we can write it with the CSS. So CSS code for our application, we will write it here inside the head section. Inside the head section, we can write it here CSS code. This CSS gives you style part of the web page. Style. So here style here, background colors. Here borders, text related styles, font related styles, or a 2D, 3D graphics. Here 2D, 3D graphics like this, etc., etc. We will learn it under CSS. Under CSS only, you will learn here all these topics. Here HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Here HTML, here it's a hypertext markup language. It mainly creates content part of the web page. Here next one, you can show you here. here JavaScript. See here, check it. JavaScript code. See, if you want to, if you refresh it, all will bank. Here also you can see here this button color. If you want to change it, see here. You can change the button color here. See, color of the button, I can change it like this. Border of the color, border radius of the color, anything. See, border radius I want to change. Here it is affecting from other place. Here border radius I'm changing here. Somewhere border radius is affecting. Here border radius 2 pixels something they mentioned. See here, border radius is affecting on this. Next, for each input element, we are writing here vertical alignment, no wrap here, something code it is showing here. So now in this time, I'm going to show you my output for my application here. See, inside this body tag, this panel, this login panel color, I want to change it. See here. Now you can see here, this is one outer div tag. For this, if you want to change the apply the color for this, you can apply background color. See here. That backside panel color, I'm changing like this. Okay, so this way you can give any color for this. So completely colors for our application as well as alignment. So here alignment we are writing here, it is at the center. The div tag what I'm displaying here, for that it is aligning at the center. This div tag is aligned at the center. If you don't want margin, if you don't want padding, and if you don't write width, see here how it is affecting. Here, if I don't write border radius and box shadow effect, if I remove, see here, everything it is changing here. Border I removed, border radius I removed. Here it is affecting on this. It is not center aligned, complete area is occupied. Here it is different. This type of output here, see here left aligned. That alignment of that web page, we can do it by here. This alignment of the web page, we can do it by CSS. Here we are using here CSS to write that alignment of the web page. Okay, 1 second. Here we are using here this one CSS. Not only the colors, we can also give it here alignment of the web page. Here alignment of web page, we can create it. Here we can create it using CSS. Using CSS only, we can do here alignment of our application. Not only colors, we can also align our application with the CSS. Next, you can write it here. Next topic of our course is here, JavaScript. Third topic here, JavaScript. JavaScript code also we will write it here under this head section. Under this head section only, we will write it here, the JavaScript code. JavaScript, if you write it here, JavaScript is a client-side programming. Here it is client-side programming. Here client, here it is our browser. Browser executable programming. Here browser executable programming, we call it as client-side programming. Under this browser executable programming, you can see here how we can execute our browser application. In this time, I'm writing here, this is what here client-side programming. In this, see here, where you can see this client-side programming, check it. See, here if you open this browser, I'll submit my application form. See, I'm getting error message. See, if I submit my application form, I'm getting error message. This error message is because of our third topic, JavaScript. JavaScript is a browser executable programming. Under this, you can learn here. Because of this JavaScript, you can create here. It is a browser executable programming. Here, client-side validations. Any validation of the application form, all we can create it with this JavaScript. One second. Here, validations are nothing but if you submit here, validations of application form, we can do it here. We can do it using JavaScript. Using JavaScript only, we can write it here, validation of the application form. Here, in this time, validations are nothing but here. Here, if you submit, here I submitted my application form. So I'm able to get this type of output like this. Here, invalid email address and username should be at least one number, at least one letter. These all we will write it with this JavaScript. Because of JavaScript only, you can write it here, complete validation for the application form. Here, username, at least one number, at least one letter. These all we will write it by JavaScript. Next one here, jQuery. Here, next, here validations, cookie creations, local storages. Here, local storages and session storages. Here, animations. Here, and you can see here, object-oriented programming part, OOP in JavaScript. These all, etc., we will learn under JavaScript. So let me show that execution of one program under JavaScript. See here, I'm explaining here JavaScript program. Here, if you check it here, object-oriented rules validations. Here, now submit my application form. See here, I'm submitting my application form. So once I submit my application form, I'll get my output here. See, I'm submitting. See, enter some characters. Submit. Here, enter some characters. Submit. See here, invalid username password. See, that according to that username, minimum 8 characters, at least one number, at least one letter. If you enter, then only it will allow. If you enter like this, it won't allow. So this is what here one form validation we executed in our JavaScript program through validations. That validation you can print it either in this alert box, this separate box, or otherwise you can print it here itself under this error message. Under this box only or top of the box, you can print that as a red color error message. That is also possible. Here I'm explaining here validation of the application form. This validations I can implement it like this. Here I'm explaining here document.getElementById. So ID of that application form will be like this. So with this only I can execute my output. So here I'm able to print my output for my application like this. So I'm using here this username password as the submission of the application form. How to submit our application form, check it. So this is my username password, submission of the application form. How to submit, we observed. Next, here animations. See, any type of animation you can implement it with this. See, I'll use Visual Studio Code. I'll use Visual Studio Code to write my program. See here. So it is stopped that animation. See here, it is changing its position from the left side. See 100% screen. It has to change image. It has to change set interval, IDC function. Here position absolute. We want to show you all images. Clear interval, it has to clear. for after 3000 milliseconds. Here it is move right function. Here move right function. Move right function, here image position, left value we are changing. Left value we are changing for every 3 seconds. Some code I wrote it here as of now. Here after 3 seconds of gap, you can see here for every 3 seconds, that image will change from left side to right side. Once it reaches to 300 pixel, it will stop its animation. Here I'll write it here 500 pixel. After 3 seconds of gap, the image is changing its position. Here only one time it is showing. I think I used set timeout. Set timeout rather than this set interval, I'll use it. See here. Now, it set timeout is one method, it only one time. So now you can see here, every 3 seconds, that image is changing its position. This is possible by animation effect. This animation I'll show you here. I'll explain to you in our programming. Okay, this animations also I'll explain to you in this programming. Here, next one, here animation of the application form, we can learn like this. Next topic of our course is here, jQuery. Here, these all I'll explain to you here in our JavaScript topic. Next, I'll explain to you here, next topic here. See, we observed everything root file is HTML only. From that HTML only, we are writing CSS. From this HTML head part only, we are writing JavaScript. Next, we can write it here, jQuery. jQuery is a external library of JavaScript. It's a external library of JavaScript. We call it as jQuery. Here, under this external library, you can understand here, jQuery is nothing but it's an external library of JavaScript. Externally, we created. Now you can find it here, jQuery 3.7.1.js, 1.js. This is one external file. So because of this, you can create different animation effects. Similar way, jQuery cycle.js. By that, you can display whatever you can do it by JavaScript, same thing you can do. But here it's a ready-made file. Ready-made file, you will use it to develop our application. Here, jQuery is an external library. Because of that, we can easily develop our application. Here, next one here, jQuery cycle.js, jQuery validation.js. So because of that, you can implement validations. Just before I explain validations, right? That submission time, I'm getting invalid username, invalid password. Those all I can do it by adding jQuery validation.js. Let me show that execution of it. Here, if you write it here, slideshow. See, I'm adding jQuery cycle.js, jQuery 3.7. Now, as of now, I don't know other code. Just I'm showing here like this. Here, if I click fade, check it here. One image to another image, it is showing here fading effect. One image to another image, it is showing here fading effect for us. So this is what here fade. One image to another image, it is showing here fading effect for our application like this. Similar way, I'll write it here, zoom. See, one image to another image, it will show you here zooming effect for us. See here, it is showing here zooming effect for us. One image to another image, it is showing here zoom. See, zoom effect will come like this. Here, next one here, shuffle. See here, shuffling effect. One image to another image, it will show you shuffling effect like this. This is shuffling image. Here, shuffling effect for our application, we can show to the user like this. This is shuffling effect. Here, turn down. So image will go down, another image will be displayed. See here, like this. This is what here, turn down effect. So image is going down, another image is displaying. This is turn down effect. Like this, we can write it here, all different effects for our application. We can show to the user by this program. Here I'm showing here fading effect, zooming effect, shuffling effect, turn down. Everything it is slideshow only, but here one after another how the image is displaying, that changing of images. Here, one image to another image will show you that effect like this. Next, I'm going for here jQuery effects validations. Here, I'm implementing validation of the application form. Right click, run it with live server. See here, I'm submitting. See, enter your name. This type of error message, I can write it by using HTML and JavaScript. HTML is creating this text box and the button and label. If you submit it, it has to give error message. See, that error message is because of here, error message is because of jQuery validation.js. See, I'm submitting. See here, I'm redirecting to one.php. But here, PHP file not available in this location. So that's why it is giving error. Okay, here I'm submitting my application form here. See, submit. Field is required. So once I start entering here, see, I'm getting error message like this. Here, this is because of jQuery. Because of jQuery you can implement, because of JavaScript you can implement. But here, whatever we'll use it regularly for every project, they design like one external file of JavaScript that will use it every time, just only field related information, that related error codes only we will write it. Okay, this way we can write. Here, if you enter anything here, so that way you can show you your output like this. Next here it is password box. You can enter your password like this. Here, at least one number. See, I entered number, I entered a small letter, capital letter. See, error gone. At least one number, one capital letter, one small letter, and minimum length. If I enter, then error gone. If I submit, it will redirect to action page. Action page generally redirect to server page. This is the way generally we will write it here. Writing of our code, we can write like this in the validation. Next, I'm going for this is what here jQuery validations. Here, jQuery related stuff, it is like this. So you will add some external libraries. With that, you can implement your output like this. This is one topic I'll explain to you in future. This code also, we will write it under this head section. Under this head part only, we will write it here, this jQuery code. Next, I'm writing here Ajax. Here, next topic, fifth topic of our course is here Ajax. Ajax here it is asynchronous. Here, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. It is a combination of JavaScript and XML. This is asynchronous process. In this time, your client will send a request to server. Server has to give their response. Client is sending request to server. Server has to give their response. This is what here totally client server architecture. This is my client page is sending request to server. Here, this is my server page. This server page here, it is PHP server, Java server, .NET server, Python server, etc., all server pages. Here, whenever I send my request to server, if my page is totally redirecting to that server and displaying that output, that is here, if your page is directly redirecting to server and displaying the output, that is what here synchronous call. So without redirection, you get the output for your application. So that is what here asynchronous call. What is without redirection? What is with redirection? I'll show you. See here, if you want to check any website, suppose you have one Gmail. In this Gmail, if you want to check your sent mail, drafts, or labels, see here, I want to check sent mail. My page is loading and displaying. See here, my page is completely loading. It is taking time. And after that only, it will display my sent mails. Here, if I want to check the drafts, time to show you that sent mails. Here, starred mails. Here, it will completely load it and it will display. But here, when you use asynchronous call, see here, I sent mail, loading, and then it has to display. Here I'll show you one Union Bank site. Here Union Bank. See, in this you can able to see something here, alert message. Here model box message here. Say close it. Here you can see here, if you want to chat with any person here, if you want to chat it, you can get one chatting window here. So you'll get one chatting window here. In that chatting window, here this is one Union Bank site. Here only you can find one chatting window. Ask Yuva will load it here. So once you click on that Ask Yuva, here it is a chatting window. In that chatting window, here, if you want to check your each menu bar of your application, products and all other menus, if you check it here, see here, products menu, if you want to check it, here, retails, agribusiness, gold loan. Suppose if you click it, it is completely redirecting to that page. If your page is completely redirecting and displaying, that is synchronous call. If without redirection, if you get your output, that is asynchronous call. Without redirection, if you get output for your application, that is asynchronous. Here, you will get it here, that synchronous or asynchronous call, the difference you can find it in this. Here, synchronous or asynchronous call, how the output will come, check it. Here, any type of chatting window, generally in Gmail chat or anywhere, if it is any chatting window, that chatting window completely redirect and display there. But here, without redirection, you will get output for our application. With redirection or without redirection, that will be completely depend on your application. Here, I'm able to show my output here. See here, once I click, I have to get the Ask Giver option. Here, Ask Giver. Completely, it is taking time. Yeah, see here, Ask Giver. In this, if I check agribusiness, my page totally reloaded and redirected. But see here, if I enter anything here, see within few seconds, I'm getting that output here like this. Without redirection, without any, here it is asking me to enter skip. See, without refreshing, without redirection, automatically my chatting window is refreshing. See here, schemes for you women. If I click it, that related information. If I click here something, see that related information. You will get total output like this. So this way of implementation you can show for our execution. It is possible by here. This way of execution you can see here. You can write it here. This is possible by our Ajax call. Here Ajax call time you will understand here without redirection. Without here redirection, we can get server response. We will get server response without redirection. It is possible by this Ajax. Because of this Ajax call only, you will get output for our application without redirection. It is possible by Ajax. Here I'm using here Ajax call. With this Ajax call, you will get output for our application without redirection. That you can learn here. Next one here, next two topics are here. 3 topics are left over. Here one is Bootstrap. Here Bootstrap as of now, remember, just it is a framework of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. HTML, CSS, JavaScript framework, we call it as Bootstrap. Next one here, less and as. Here, less and as of now here, remember it's a superset of CSS. Superset of CSS. Here, responsive design. Responsive design time, you can understand here. This is what here. Just I'm explaining one line information about these all topics. Once I enter in that topic, I'll explain to you elaborately. Here, responsive design time, you can understand here how to design your output for mobile phone, tablet, desktop. In all different resolution, how to show our output, that you will understand under responsive design. Here, these all list of topics I'm going to cover in our course. One more time, I'll explain to you in tomorrow's session. At 6 a.m., I'll start your session. Tomorrow link will change. So contact organizer before coming to tomorrow's class. And up to now, I gave just brief information about all the topics. If you have any doubt, you can ask please. Yes, 3 students. Bhavishya, Pavan, Rajni. No doubts. So today only contact that number and inform to you. If you are interested, inform your mail ID and complete your registration. Then I will continue further. Thank you.